So, dear viewers, I'm very excited to be with Msgr Ekpenyong here at St. Paul Parish in Uyo. Msgr, as I said already in the former video, Msgr Ekpenyong is a prolific writer. He has written so many books, presented so many conferences and symposiums. So I was very excited to hear about his latest book. It is a book, a very, very profound book from his coronavirus experience pandemic. You know, this pandemic has taught us a lot of things. It's not only negative. So I'm very happy to be with our Msgr. Now the book has been published, it's going to be launched soon. I would like the world to know about this book. So Msgr, can you tell us more about this book? What led you to it?
Well, like I have said, it opened me to the significance of the year 2020. It has become a landmark in my experience of 43 years as a priest. The crisis of not being able to celebrate the most sacred week of the Christian world because of coronavirus. Now, at a point when it came, everything was put on hold. We were told to stay home, couldn't go to church, everything was regulated. But the singular experience again that struck me, which also added up to what I've already shared with you, was that very Sunday that I had told the people, no, nobody should come to the church. Stay home. Be careful. You don't walk around as you like. These the protocols. Suddenly, on the Wednesday, a parishioner called me and said, I'm coming to see you. And I said, were you in the church on Sunday when I announced that nobody should come? He said, I was there. I said, what then is your problem? His response was a gentleman's response. He said, I'm coming to see you from a distance. And one of the protocols of COVID-19 is social distance. So he said, I'll come and see you from a distance. So we laughed. But I turned out the phone, but I put it on and called him. I said, you can come. So he came to this office, but I was in the house, in the rectory. So the security man came and said, look, the gentleman has come. And then I told him, go and bring him to the rectory. So he came. As soon as he arrived there, the man took off. So he ran back. He said he has gone. Before I could say anything, he said, but he has left good tubers of yam, a big bag of rice, and a fat envelope. So immediately I took this thing and called. Since then, this was 2nd of April, till now, he is still practicing social distancing. He didn't answer me, but all I did was just send a text of gratitude. But my question, what caused this man to do this? I've been seeing him before, so I couldn't put the things together. So in the evening of 2nd of April, that was 7 p.m., the governor of the state then made the formal announcement of total lockdown. So it was then a click, okay, maybe this man heard. And then it was like, Monsignor, I hope this can help you during this difficult time. Wow! So then I called 5 of my parishioners here in the Central Mission. And I said, now, listen, I want you to link up with the catechist and of the stations in the parish. Ask them, they know the people with them who are really in need, the neediest. They should give me names. We got 25 names. So I told them, go to the market, buy some quality bags. distribute these rice and items. How much? 50,000. Put 50,000 in the envelope. The next day, you, the leader, bring this tricycle. Pack these things in. Don't go to the people individually. Go to those families and those station leaders. Leave it with them. They know. Because the distance, we are dealing from a distance.
Okay.
So the project is the neediest from a distance project. So leave it with them. They know they will distribute. You come back and give me a report. Write a report of. So because of that man's generosity, we now have in this parish the neediest from a distance project. And we have visited up to 200 families. You know, by
giving them.
okay, now in order to help those who are struggling because of the pandemic. And I've seen some elderly people walk on here, some are bent and I said, don't come near me. You know, the church warden will block.
Yeah.
And most
Father.
So one came, he's all bent. Ma, why did you come? And she told me, I heard you were the one who sent something to me. I just came to say thank you. I said, Mama, you didn't need to.
Yeah.
But no, I have to come and say thank you. Now, this is what now, because of the pandemic, I have asked the parish now to domesticate that project in this parish. That
Post-pandemic.
pandemic, we will use this continued flow. Are you coming from us? Do you have 2 toilet rolls? Bring one for the needy. So we are not going to go to Münster, Germany, or to go and bring a field. We can do it
from here.
From our people. Okay, so that is one of these things about the pandemic. That man is generosity and thoughtfulness in wanting to reach out to the priest has generated this initiative. So now I've shared this thought with, because when I had to, immediately I wrote that experience.
Okay.
It became a little pamphlet, volume 1 of what I call the neediest from a distance and doing all right. Because my friend asked, how are you managing? Are you doing all right? So the neediest from a distance, are you doing all right? Okay. Now the second one, in volume 2, another friend from London whom I shared the idea with, after 2 months of no church, he called and said, how are you doing without mass offering? So that provoked me now to come to the end. I was telling you, I had to make a small garden there. I had now planted. It is as a result. Then, so right now here, over 25 that have actually yielded. There are up to 100 here, but I come, cut. Now, so I then decided that second write-up was our relationship with the air. And then, of course, then from that crisis of staying here and not doing Holy Week, the Eucharist then became, I asked myself, was it what this thing of priesthood, this Eucharist is almost like demystified? And then the Holy Thursday, fraternal charity gone. And so the experience of technology that I shared with you about the old woman from the village asking me to bless candles from a distance through the phone, and then coming actually another day with blessing the objective candles. Those two experiences then led me to more thinking and then to suddenly arrive at the point of, look, the real things in life are not touching. and the spirit. So the greatness. So social distancing created in me, because I found time now, there was no confession, no mass. So I then did self-distancing. So I had time to read the books I had lined up. I didn't have time to read, and then looked at my CDs and that, other spiritual things. So then I could look. Social self-distancing, that is the daily distance I've done, now trying to clean myself. So self-distancing, social distancing, but what really brought together, it was then I said, from this experience of visiting the people, solidarity, the principles of solidarity, human dignity, you were able to say, look, we have to take care of each other. And then the issue of subsidiarity. Now, because my assistant here, I said, now, you like gathering. Look, we've got to do something, but you will do it because you have the talent. All I can do subsidiarity and solidarity. And then we have to do it together. That is the story of Ubuntu.
I see, exactly.
Togetherness. So everything now, solidarity became what now really amplifies the meaning of social distancing. So we may be far apart, but we are together in spirit. And then at the Mass, then I started emphasizing to the people intentionality. You must have intention at this Mass to keep you attentive to the Mass, and let us pray for each other. I believe now that we can bond more spiritually. And so this is part of these experiences now. I wrote them down, both the first and the second, and then the issue of people beginning to say, where is this God? How could he allow all this? So that plus the crisis of the Holy Week that I couldn't celebrate, then